Hello, devoted fans of Days of Our Lives. Welcome back to another electrifying edition of TV Days Drama Digest, where we dive headfirst into the heart-pounding, tear-jerking, and mind-bending world of Salem's most gripping storylines. This week, the spotlight burns brightly on E.J. DiMera, whose life hangs in the balance as he grapples with a fractured memory and a desperate quest for truth. The question on everyone's lips: who shot EJ? And could hypnosis be the key to unlocking the secrets buried deep within his mind? Buckle up, because this roller coaster of drama is about to take us on a wild ride through betrayal, suspicion, and the unrelenting pursuit of justice. A haunting flashback. EJ's tormented mind. Picture this: the opulent DiMera mansion, bathed in the soft glow of evening light, yet heavy with an unspoken tension that clings to the air like a storm about to break. E.J. DiMera, the suave and calculating patriarch, sits alone in his study, his piercing gaze fixed on a collection of photographs scattered across his desk. Each image is a frozen moment from that fateful night, the night that changed everything. The glint of a gun, the echo of a gunshot, the searing pain that tore through his body. His fingers tremble as they trace the outline of the weapon in one of the photos, his mind replaying the deafening bang that still reverberates in his skull. "Why don't I remember?" he whispers, his voice cracking with frustration and fear. EJ's amnesia is a cruel captor, holding the truth just out of reach. The shooting has left him physically scarred and emotionally shattered, a man haunted by fragments of a memory that refuse to coalesce. Every time he closes his eyes, he sees flashes, shadowy figures, muffled voices, the cold steel of a gun, but the pieces refuse to form a coherent picture. The weight of this mystery presses down on him, threatening to unravel the very fabric of his identity. Who would want him dead? And why can't he recall the face of his would-be assassin? As EJ grapples with these questions, the stakes couldn't be higher. His son, Johnny DiMera, stands accused of the crime, a charge that has torn the family apart and set Salem ablaze with speculation. Johnny, with his fiery spirit and penchant for trouble, insists he's innocent. But the evidence? A gun with his fingerprints, a heated argument witnessed by half the town, paints a damning picture. EJ, torn between his love for his son and the nagging suspicion that Johnny might be hiding something, is determined to uncover the truth, no matter the cost. A clash of titans. EJ and Belle's explosive confrontation. Enter Belle Black, the fierce and formidable attorney who holds Johnny's fate in her hands. In a scene charged with raw emotion, EJ confronts Belle at her office, his desperation palpable. The air crackles with tension as he demands that she drop the charges against Johnny. "He's my son, Belle," EJ pleads, his voice a mix of anguish and resolve. "You know he didn't do this. You have to let this go." But Belle, ever the champion of justice, stands her ground. Her eyes flash with defiance as she counters, "EJ, the evidence is overwhelming. Johnny was there, he had the gun, and he had a motive. I can't just ignore that because you're his father." The argument escalates, voices rising, words cutting like knives. EJ accuses Belle of being blinded by her own agenda, while Belle fires back, questioning whether EJ's faith in Johnny is rooted in love or denial. It's a battle of wills, each word a spark that threatens to ignite an inferno. Yet, amidst the chaos, a flicker of hope emerges. Belle, though steadfast in her duty as a prosecutor, is not without compassion. She sees the torment in EJ's eyes, the way his hands clench into fists as he fights to hold himself together. In a moment of unexpected vulnerability, she softens. "EJ," she says quietly, "what if there's another way? What if we could help you remember what happened that night?" The suggestion hangs in the air like a lifeline. Hypnosis. It's a risky, unorthodox approach, but one that could unlock the secrets buried in EJ's subconscious. Belle, drawing on her legal expertise and her deep knowledge of Salem's tangled web of relationships, proposes that EJ consult a renowned hypnotherapist, Dr. Marlena Evans. If anyone can guide EJ through the labyrinth of his mind, it's Marlena, whose expertise in psychology has saved countless souls in Salem from their inner demons. The Hypnosis Gambit. A journey into the unknown. The idea of hypnosis sends a shiver down EJ's spine. To surrender control, to delve into the darkest corners of his mind, is a prospect both terrifying and tantalizing. Yet, the thought of proving Johnny's innocence and unmasking the true shooter propels him forward. He agrees to meet with Marlena, setting the stage for a session that promises to be as dramatic as it is pivotal. Imagine the scene: Marlena's office, a sanctuary of calm amidst Salem's storm. The walls are adorned with soothing artwork, the air scented with lavender, but the atmosphere is anything but serene. EJ sits in a plush armchair, his jaw tight, his eyes darting nervously. Marlena, with her trademark blend of warmth and authority, guides him gently. "EJ," she says, her voice a steady anchor, "you're safe here. Let yourself go back to that night. Let the memories come." As EJ's breathing slows, his mind begins to drift. The world fades, replaced by a vivid tableau of that fateful evening. He's standing in the DiMera mansion, the air thick with tension. Johnny is there, his face contorted with anger, their argument a crescendo of accusations and hurt. "You've never trusted me, Dad," Johnny shouts, slamming the gun onto the table before storming out. EJ picks up the weapon, its weight heavy in his hand, and then darkness. A shadow moves in the corner of his vision. A voice, low and menacing, whispers something he can't quite make out. And then, the gunshot. EJ gasps, jolting back to the present, sweat beading on his forehead. Marlena's voice is a lifeline, pulling him back from the abyss. "What did you see, EJ?" she asks gently. "Who was it?" But the memory is still elusive, a puzzle with missing pieces. EJ's frustration boils over, his fists pounding the armrests. "I was so close," he cries. "I could feel it, Marlena." The truth is right there, but it's slipping away. Johnny's plea, a son's desperate claim while EJ battles his demons. Johnny languishes in a holding cell, his future hanging by a thread. In a heart-wrenching scene, he meets with EJ through a glass partition, their conversation a mix of love and desperation. "Dad, I swear I didn't do it," Johnny says, his voice breaking. "We fought, yeah, but I left the gun with you. I walked away. Someone else was there that night, I know it." Johnny's words strike a chord, resonating with the fragments of memory EJ glimpsed during hypnosis. The shadowy figure, the whispered voice, could Johnny be telling the truth? The possibility that someone else pulled the trigger sends EJ's mind racing. Salem is a town built on secrets, where grudges fester and betrayals lurk around every corner. The list of suspects is long: a scorned business rival, a jilted lover, a family member with a hidden agenda. The DiMeras have no shortage of enemies, and any one of them could have seized the opportunity to take EJ down. A web of suspects. Who pulled the trigger? As EJ and Belle dig deeper, the mystery only grows more complex. Could it be Stefano DiMera's lingering influence, a posthumous plot orchestrated by the late patriarch's loyalists? Or perhaps Kristen DiMera, whose manipulative schemes have torn the family apart time and again? Then there's Sammy Brady, EJ's ex-wife, whose fiery temper and history of vengeance make her a plausible suspect. Even Chad DiMera, EJ's brother, isn't above suspicion. After all, sibling rivalry in the DiMera clan has a way of turning deadly. The town of Salem buzzes with theories, each more outlandish than the last. At the Brady pub, locals whisper about a mysterious stranger spotted near the DiMera mansion that night, a figure cloaked in shadow. On the X platform, fans are in a frenzy, posting theories and dissecting every clue. One user, at Salem Sleuth, speculates, what if the shooter is someone we haven't even considered? Maybe it's a new player in town, someone with a vendetta we don't know about yet. Another, at Days Fan for Life, counters. I'm betting on Kristen. She's got the motive and the means. Classic DiMera move. The power of hypnosis. A breakthrough on the horizon? Back in Marlena's office, EJ undergoes a second hypnosis session, determined to break through the barriers in his mind. This time, the memories are sharper, more vivid. He sees the gun in his hand, feels the weight of it, the cold metal against his palm. The shadowy figure steps closer, their face still obscured, but their voice is clearer now, a low, guttural whisper that sends chills down his spine. You should have stayed out of it, EJ, the voice hisses. And then, the flash of the muzzle, the blinding pain, the darkness. EJ bolts upright, his heart pounding. I heard them, he gasps. I heard their voice. Marlena, calm and composed, presses him for details. What did the voice sound like, EJ? Was it someone you know? EJ's eyes narrow, a spark of recognition igniting. It was familiar, he says slowly. Someone I've spoken to before. Someone close. This revelation sends shockwaves through Salem. If the shooter is someone EJ knows intimately, the betrayal cuts even deeper. Belle, now fully invested in helping EJ uncover the truth, teams up with Marlena to organize a lineup of potential suspects. They devise a plan to have EJ listen to recorded voices of those closest to him, hoping to trigger another memory. It's a high-stakes gamble, one that could either clear Johnny's name or tear the DiMera family apart for good. The emotional toll. A family on the brink as the investigation intensifies, the emotional toll on the DiMera family is palpable. EJ's wife, Nicole Walker, is a pillar of strength, but even she begins to crack under the pressure. I can't lose you, EJ, she whispers during a late-night heart-to-heart. And I can't lose Johnny either. We have to find the truth. Her words are a reminder of what's at stake, not just justice, but the very survival of their family. Johnny, meanwhile, struggles with his own demons. The weight of suspicion has alienated him from friends and allies, leaving him isolated and angry. In a poignant moment, he confides in his sister, Sydney, about his fear of losing everything. I didn't shoot Dad, he says, his voice raw. But what if no one believes me? What if I spend the rest of my life paying for something I didn't do? Sydney, torn between loyalty to her brother and the fear that he might be guilty, grapples with her own doubts. The DiMera family, once a fortress of power and influence, is now a house divided, each member wrestling with their own version of the truth. The climax approaches. Will the truth set them free? As the days tick by, the tension in Salem reaches a fever pitch. EJ's hypnosis sessions yield more clues, each one bringing him closer to unmasking the shooter. The voice in his memory grows clearer, the shadowy figure taking shape. Belle, Marlena, and Nicole work tirelessly to piece together the puzzle, combing through evidence and interrogating suspects. The town holds its breath, waiting for the moment when the truth will finally come to light. Will EJ's hypnosis sessions unlock the final piece of the puzzle, revealing the shooter's identity and exonerating Johnny? Or will the truth be even more devastating, exposing a betrayal so profound that it shatters the DiMera family forever? One thing is certain. In Salem, nothing is ever as it seems, and the road to justice is paved with secrets, lies, and heart-stopping revelations. Join the conversation. What's your theory? As we await the next explosive chapter in this saga, we want to hear from you, our passionate Days of Our Lives fans. Do you think EJ's hypnosis will lead him to the shooter, or is there another twist waiting in the wings? Who's your top suspect, Kristen, Sammy, Chad, or someone entirely unexpected? Head to the X platform and share your theories using #DaysDramaDigest. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.